some of the areas of our neighborhood it looks like a tornado went through.
Winter Storm Fern has unleashed chaos across the United States, impacting over 35 states with a deadly mix of ice, snow, and record-breaking cold. As of January 26, 2026, power outages have affected more than 1 million customers nationwide, with hundreds of thousands still without electricity amid freezing conditions.
Hey Dennis, you're gonna have a wire in your house. That broke the breaker.
As of latest reports, at least 13 people have died from weather-related causes, including vehicle accidents on icy roads and exposure to the extreme cold, where temperatures have plunged to as low as minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit in parts of the Midwest, with wind chills making it feel even colder. Over 213 million Americans have been under winter weather alerts, leading to more than 10,000 flight cancellations and widespread road closures. This storm's reach has disrupted daily life on a massive scale, from the Gulf Coast to the Northeast, with economic losses mounting from halted businesses and damaged infrastructure. Footage is circulating from a few days prior to the storm which shows empty shelves in the stores, which highlights the storm's impact even before it hit. In this video, we dive into the specific toll on Tennessee and Mississippi, two states hit hardest by the ice, to highlight the real-world effects and ongoing challenges.
Much that just cracks or the sap inside gets so cold that it just explodes. It literally explodes. So normally we have pretty green trees, but not this year.
Ice storm's impact on Tennessee. Tennessee stands out as one of the most severely affected areas, with the storm's freezing rain creating hazardous conditions that crippled power systems and transportation. At the peak on January 25th, over 337,000 customers lost power statewide, mainly in western and central regions like Memphis and Nashville, where ice accumulations reached up to half an inch, causing trees and power lines to collapse under the weight. Utility companies reported thousands of downed poles and wires, some sparking dramatically as branches made contact, leading to isolated fires and extended blackouts. Many residents faced hours or days without heat as temperatures dropped into the upper 20s during the icing phase. On the roads, interstates such as I-40 and I-55 turned into danger zones, with state police documenting over 500 crashes, including multi-vehicle pileups, that contributed to at least 3 fatalities in the state. Schools and universities closed for days, affecting hundreds of thousands of students, while businesses in urban centers like Knoxville saw supply chain disruptions, with delivery trucks stuck on slick highways. Rural communities felt the isolation keenly, with some areas reporting up to an inch of ice in spots, blocking access to emergency services and forcing reliance on community shelters. The human impact has been profound, with reports of families using fireplaces or cars for warmth, and health officials warning of increased risks for vulnerable groups like the elderly during the outages. Recovery crews have been working non-stop, but the sheer volume of damage, estimated in the millions for repairs, means some neighborhoods could wait up to a week for full-service restoration.
I got that on video. Yes.
Oh my god.
Is it going?
Oh my gosh.
It looks like it might.
Ice storm's impact on Mississippi. Moving just south to Mississippi, the storm delivered a similar punch, focusing its icy wrath on the northern and central parts of the state and leaving a trail of destruction that mirrors Tennessee's struggles. Power outages peaked at over 178,000 customers on January 25th, concentrated around cities like Jackson, Oxford, and Tupelo, where ice built up to nearly an inch, snapping power lines and toppling trees onto homes and vehicles. In Oxford alone, footage showed streets coated in thick glaze, with utility poles leaning precariously and sparking incidents that lit up the night sky as electrical faults occurred. The Mississippi Highway Patrol reported hundreds of accidents, including fatal ones on major routes like I-55, where black ice caused semis to jackknife and block lanes for hours, stranding motorists in freezing conditions. Temperatures during the height of the storm hovered around 28 to 32 degrees Fahrenheit, perfect for the freezing rain to adhere and accumulate, leading to widespread tree damage. Officials estimate thousands of trees fell, crushing roofs and cars, and contributing to at least 2 weather-related deaths in the state. Schools statewide shifted to virtual learning or closed entirely, which is estimated that it impacts over 400,000 students, while grocery stores in rural counties faced empty shelves as shipments were delayed by impassable roads. The economic ripple effects are significant, with small businesses losing revenue and farmers dealing with frozen equipment, all while power companies like Entergy Mississippi mobilized extra crews from out of state to address the outages. Residents have shared stories of community resilience, like neighbors sharing generators. But the cold snap following the ice has kept meltwater refreezing, prolonging slip and fall risks on sidewalks and driveways.
Hey, y'all see the cedar tree. But I'm gonna try to go through here and going out to the road, but it's kind of clogged up back there. Hey, ain't going nowhere. I'm about to cut us out of here.
Understanding the origins of the ice storm. Experts from the National Weather Service attribute this storm's intensity to a potent low-pressure system that drew warm, moist air from the Gulf northward, where it collided with a surging Arctic cold front from Canada. This clash created a sharp temperature boundary, with warmer air aloft, allowing precipitation to start as rain before freezing upon hitting sub-freezing surfaces below, typically at ground-level temps of 28 to 32 degrees Fahrenheit in Tennessee and Mississippi. Forecasters explain that the system's eastward track through the lower Mississippi and Tennessee valleys prolonged the freezing rain for hours, resulting in ice accretions of 0.5 to 1 inch that overwhelmed infrastructure. They also link it to a disrupted polar vortex, which has funneled unusually cold air southward, breaking records like the lowest average low temperature for the lower 48 states at minus 9.8 degrees Fahrenheit, the coldest since January 2014. This setup, as described by climate analysts, isn't isolated but part of shifting weather patterns that amplify such events.
And people don't believe it's bad out here. They study when it go fast. I don't know. I hope ain't nobody hurt because, yeah. But it's slippery out here.
This one's about to go. There it goes. Oh. Oh, cool. Dude.
Essential safety tips during the ice storms. During an ice storm, your safety comes first. Stay indoors whenever possible to avoid slick roads and falling branches. If you need to go out, bundle up in warm layers and wear sturdy boots. Prepare a basic emergency kit with food, water, blankets, and charged devices to last at least 3 days. Use generators only outside, and check on neighbors, especially the elderly or those living alone. Avoid driving unless absolutely necessary. If travel can't be avoided, go slow, leave extra space, and keep an emergency kit in your car. Following these precautions can keep you and your loved ones safe during the storm. With the main precipitation from Winter Storm Fern winding down by January 26th, meteorologists forecast a shift toward recovery, though the biting cold will linger for another 2 to 3 days across Tennessee and Mississippi. The National Weather Service predicts overnight lows dipping into the single digits, with wind chills as low as minus 10 to minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit, potentially worsening issues like burst pipes and delaying road clearing as any melt refreezes. Power restoration should accelerate, with utilities aiming to resolve most outages within 48 to 72 hours. supported by federal aid declarations in 19 states that bring in extra resources. Experts expect conditions to improve by midweek as milder air returns, pushing temperatures back into the 40s and reducing freeze risks. But they advise continued caution for minor flurries or black ice in the interim. Overall, the worst is behind, paving the way for communities to rebuild.
Did y'all see in front of our house?